Hey folks, how you doing? Leducium here, continuing to play the Stanley Parable. Parabola? Parable. We'll go with Parabola. And
No, actually, you know what?
this
I
is
think
happening.
that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work. And I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Shows how much you know, voice in my head. My name's not even Stanley. It's Stan. Now, let me out of here. Whoop. Sweet. We're a superhero. Filing cabinets. Go there. Alright, I looked into it, and without looking into it much further, I couldn't find a way to make this any lighter, unfortunately, so that's the thing. Which makes this a little hard to see. But we are in some sort of crappy apartment building. 510. Is this where some of the employees work? Just kind of the shitty employees that nobody wants to talk about. Problem is I can't see a damn thing. So I have no idea if I'm heading in the right direction or what the heck's going on. Oh. Well then. We'll just kind of wander around. I'm pressing random buttons here, but none of them are actually helping. It's getting lighter this way. So, this way we shall go. And there's some computer terminals there. It's a good sign. And even lighter. Hey, we found stuff. More stuff. Possibly. Alright. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's a chair. I can't see. Damn it. Damn it, game. Why do you have to be so hard to see? Is there really no way to improve edit keys, blah 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 blah. Screenshot, pause game console, duck. Use button, mouse 1. Yeah, okay. There's really no light, is there? Did I just win?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
So that? That looks like that was an ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ah, this time the phone's not ringing. Interesting. Alright, let's try something else. Be my Valentine. I think some of this stuff changes. Maybe. This is like the PT demo. Which...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
no
he
longer
entered
a
the
thing.
door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beaut, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
All right,
left.
let's try it.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No. It's too tempting. Not to press the giant red button. Where does this lead me?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Doesn't look like I have much of a choice, do I? Or do I? Or do I?
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Uh-oh.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
This is great.
Now, let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left,
Really
right.
well written.
Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Sweet. I get my own car. No, this way. Oh, sweet.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Interesting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I feel like we won. Kind of want to go that way. I think I'm going to go this way. Oh, this is interesting. And slightly confusing, but extremely interesting. I'm completely lost.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Aw. I was doing so well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I kind of like that route. But I guess if you insist. Nope. This one?
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
Uh-oh. Seems ominous.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Same paperwork? It is. What about the time? It's about the same time. So that's not really changing. Uh-oh. Just...
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Party
I
time.
know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I felt like we earned that win. But I guess we'll have to agree to disagree.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I can't close that door. Can I close this door? Oh, they took away my ability to close doors. They don't trust me. But I can close that one. Wait a minute. Wait a second. I'm not supposed to go that way. I'm supposed to go that way. Game, are you messing with me?
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination
I like how
still a
that's blocked
story?
up.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
So far, so good. Hey, employee number 9. Number 8, we're getting to the top. 7. 6. 38. Wait. Here we go. Here we go. I'm getting there. Oh, baby, a triple. Monthly ledgers. Corporate imbalances. Consolidation reports. Operational accounts. I'm getting off track. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. Wow. That's... Whoa. You seeing this? That's not supposed to happen. What do I do? Follow it this way, I guess. Reality is warping around me. Financial records.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Got it. Wait. Wait. Got it. Alright. Zigzag, zig.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I like how the line is trademarked. Sweet!
Oh, no, not
I
again,
win!
Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Still can't close doors anymore. Still not trusted.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Which direction? This one? The only one I can go in?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I hope it's more Minecraft.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I like how everything's trademarked. This is one drunk-ass line. Alright. We're doing fine. No worries.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Okay. Hey! The confusion ending.
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
Find a
Well, what if I
bookstore.
don't want to
Wander in
forget?
the blackness, find a
My
bookstore.
mind
get bored
goes
and leave.
blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Uh-oh. I think we're going to be looking for a bookstore soon.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, it looks like we've gotten a
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
bunch of these endings. I kind of want to do one more here. Excuse me. Trying to do that away from the microphone.
Yet there was not a single person
my throat
here
had been
either.
talking for a bit too long.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's go do that. So we've seen the
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
go
walked
down.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Is it 2845? 2846?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an
2845.
extra secret PIN number. 2845.
I was off by one.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright, so this is what we're going to try. Just to do something a little bit different. Get another ending, I guess.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So this is the thing I want to try. Let's give this a shot.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Ah!
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
That's great. But we're going to do it
Nope,
anyways.
still on board with death?
Okay. Alright, let's do it. Narrator's great, by the way. So this is so well done. I'm really happy with this game. Glad I got
The
to play
door
it.
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I don't care what you say, narrator.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Huh. Huh. Eh. What's the worst that can happen?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I'm gonna be optimistic about this.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Still optimistic. See? I knew optimism would pay off.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah. Who does that guy think I am?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, these are the paintings in the rest of the game. Interesting. Is this a map of the level? It is. There's our office. Office layout, yeah. So there's our path. Where's the divergent path between the two doors? There's the first divergent path corridor. Should probably read some of these, but the two doors. Design, once the room is created, the rest of the game emerges as an extension of it. Interesting. I apologize for the coughing. I've been talking all day, so makes this a little difficult. Button sounds. Selection of sounds used throughout the game. Buttons are pressed. It's neat. Ah. And then the credits. Awesome. Good job, folks. What do we have here? Old CRT monitors. Old filing cabinets. Another CRT monitor. Stanley's computer. Sweet. What's this? Do we actually have a choice about which way we go? Probably not. The office. Maintenance room. The sentient printer. Signs. Oh, sweet. September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, but still enough to win community's approval. Interesting. This is really neat, the lounge. What do we have this way? Have the apartment timer. I don't think did we ever get that far? Previous versions of the choice leading to the apartment ending. I don't think I ever got the apartment ending. Maybe we did. Timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Now picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. The cargo lift. Same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo actually stored. Okay. The cargo lift. The choice of staying or jumping a different path. However, after early version, we decided we also wanted option player falling to their death. That's something that I considered trying. So we can actually see all the endings here, I think. Meeting room. Sweet. Option 1. Lounge, disobey, obey, first choice. Option 2. Okay, eventually I should actually look through this and try to figure out all the endings, but that is way too much mental input that I need. Sending levers. Huh. Zending. The screenshot of the earlier version of the ending known as the Zending. Just previously cut and merged with another part of the game. I might or might not have done that. I don't know. Zending model, I think we did not do that one. Now pause. That's the menu. And this was one of the endings here. Freedom ending. Countdown desk. Alright, we saw that. Countdown room. We did that. I'm not ready to exit yet. I do want to look at more stuff. Game design mock-up. Cool. Sweet. The lounge. The office. We went that way. We've gone this way, maybe? Narrator emails. Huh. What's this? After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional material, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. I can't read those well. What would you do if Stanley entered any of the rooms? Okay. Will the game feature capybaras? That's a good question. More games should feature capybaras. Relative of the guinea pig and a South American delicacy. Stanley's office. Okay. That's the evolution of Stanley's office over time. Interesting. Ah. It got more detail and slightly larger. Alright, I think we've seen almost all the stuff here. This is pretty damn cool. Monitor room elevator. Above and countdown when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the two endings together instead. Huh.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Boom.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
That's
No,
interesting.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
And that's an interesting thought.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
And the end. Maybe. Yeah. I think it's done. It's interesting that the narrator is as trapped as we are, basically. The narrator needs a story to narrate, and we are that story. So I find that kind of an interesting thought, that we're trapped with the narrator in this kind of narrative, going through the motions of playing this game. Anyways, I don't know if this is going to go on or if the only way to kind of actually get out of here is to actually quit the game. But this is probably a good stopping point. I found this really interesting. I don't know if I'm going to be going through trying to get all of the other endings. I've played this now consistently for a few hours, and I think it's definitely time for a break. And I don't know if I'm going to come back to it, but I found this really, really well made. I think this is a great example of doing, and I hate the term, but walking around simulator, narrative-driven exploration, adventure game style. I thought this was very well made and had some interesting points along with just funny dialogue and good gameplay. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to play. But with that, I'm going to put a break right here, folks. I hope you enjoyed this game. this game, this video, whatever this is. If you did, leave a like, hit subscribe, all that stuff. And I hope to see you guys next time. Later.